Hello, and welcome to another Monday's live stream, where today I am going to be sharing lots of top tips, lots of ideas for what you can share on your social media. Have a think about what content you want to post. I know this is a thing that commonly comes up with a lot of people, is they just don't know what sort of things they should be posting on social media. Okay, so today I'm going to go through a big long list of loads of ideas, and right at the end I'm literally going to share with you a list of ideas on what you can post. Okay, so again, if you are watching live, please do say hello in the chat. Let me know who you are, introduce your business. And please do, if you're watching this on Facebook, if you're watching this on YouTube, please do give this video a like. And if you're watching on YouTube, please do subscribe to my channel for lots of social media tips and advice every week on a Monday live at 12:30. Oh, thanks. Hi, Gary. Hi, Gary. Thanks for saying hello. Again, even if you're watching on the catch-up, please do just say hello in the comments and just put #replay or something like that so that I know you've watched it. I do like to know who's watching. Now, today's content then is about content. A lot of us really struggle with what on earth we should be posting, okay, on our social media. We can make our social media platforms look fantastic. The graphics look great. You've got all your keywords in the right place. You know how to use it, but quite often the brick wall comes when it's like, but I really don't know what content I should post. And some people don't have confidence to kind of get that content out there. So today I'm going to run through loads of ideas, and I'm actually going to do a little bit of a PowerPoint as well. Oh, hi, Joanne. Nice to see you. Thank you. Hi. Hello. Oh, hi, Kenya. So Kenya's here. Hi, Kenya from Blossom Wealth Management. Hello. Thank you, everybody, for saying hello. And again, if you've got any ideas for content, any questions, post them in the chat. Even if we're not live, you're watching this on catch-up, post them in the chat, in the comments, and I will come back and answer any queries that you might have. Okay. Right, so today I'm doing a little bit different. I'm actually going to share my screen because I've done a little bit of a PowerPoint, because when we're looking at content, it's a lot easier to see things that are a little bit more visual. So I'm just going to share my screen with you. Make sure I've got the right one. Okay. So I'm going to share that screen with you. So hopefully you guys can see that now. Let me know. Give us a thumbs up if you can see this screen here. Right, okay, I'm just going to do a slideshow, and we'll start it from the beginning because that's always a good place to start. Right, okay, so I'm just going to run through this, and hopefully you can see that. I'm just going to stop the slideshow for a minute, actually. Okay, because I can't see the chat now. It's always a good plan. This worked the other day. Okay, right, I'm just going to close that window. There we go. I can see you guys now. Right then, so I'm just going to run through this from the beginning. Close that down. Right, okay, I'm going to keep it as this. So, oh, hi, Sarah. Thanks for saying hello, hello. Right, again, any questions as we go? Right, so this is me, and I'm just going to click through my slide screen. It's easier because I've lost the comments otherwise. Right, so my first question, content, social media content is a lot about the psychology. Yeah, social media content is a lot about psychology. So the first thing I want you to think about when you see this, think about, maybe we're scrolling through on Facebook, okay? Think about if you saw these two images. You want a conservatory for your house, okay? You want a conservatory, you're looking to purchase one. If you saw these two different images on your social media channels, which one would you choose? And go on, put A or B in the comments, because I would love to know. So put A or B in the comments. Which one of these would you actually choose? And again, if you're watching on catch up, just put a comment, A or B. Because what I'm trying to get here is that these two conservatories, I would probably choose, I'd probably go with Gary there. I'd probably choose B with that one. You know, because it's got some nice plants on there. Yeah, I'd probably go with B because it's got some nice plants on there. Again, there's no right or wrong answers to this, but I'd probably go with B. Okay. But actually, these conservatories are very, very similar, really, in design. Okay. So the point I'm trying to get across with this one is that actually, if we click through to this, they're very, very similar, these conservatories, aren't they? They look very similar. You know, they do a purpose. But other than that, we don't really know much about these companies. They've got the details underneath here, but that's about it. Okay. Gary says there's a better presentation, and it tells you what? Tells you a bit more about the company. Yeah, so we've got this information down here, haven't we? There's a little bit there. It's a bit small to see on my screen. So it tells you a little bit more. So you've got a bit more information. But generally, other than that, you're not really going to figure out, you don't really know. You haven't decided, have you? You might go and check the reviews. You might scroll down to other posts. You might probably going to get distracted and not find their social media platforms again. Because let's face it, it's just a picture of a conservatory. It's just a picture of their product. Okay. So really at this point, we're quite undecided. We haven't really made a decision. So my next slide is then, we've done our research. We've got fantastic conservatory. My next question then would be, we need some windows now because the windows look a bit shabby because we've got a new conservatory. So if you're looking for new windows, which company would you go with? These guys. Again, type it into the comment. Would you choose this company, company A, if you were looking for some new windows, or would you choose company B if you were looking for new windows? Again, post it in the chat. Again, even if you're doing it like this on catch up, you know, do post it in the comments because it's great research for me to try and understand what people would choose. So again, Gary's brave enough to choose. Everyone else has been a bit quiet today. So Gary's chosen B. Thank you, Gary. Thanks for taking part. Anyone else? Any other offers? Which one would you go for if you're looking for more windows? Okay. Gary says he likes that one because it shows the team. Okay. So this one shows a picture of the team. So he likes this one. Okay. And this is a great point, actually, because it's showing a picture of the team. You're kind of seeing them. If you can see, they're all smiling. They've got the hard hats on, so they look quite responsible. You kind of get a feel for what the company's like. You've got to remember these people are coming into your house to put your windows in, okay? So actually, all of a sudden, we're thinking we might feel a little bit more about these people. And I've done this exercise, and probably Gary's seen this exercise before, actually. But I've done this exercise a few times when we've had a room full of people. And most of the time, people do always pick this one. They always pick B because it's showing something a little different. It's showing the people that work in the business. And at the end of the day, these are the people that are coming into our house. Okay. So if you've got a business, the only way that you can be unique with your content in your business, because we've all got competitors, you know, we've all got competitors. So you've really got to think about how can you be unique. One of the only ways we can be unique these days is through our staff. Our staff work for us. They don't work for our competitors. So it's about showcasing who they are, particularly if they're customer facing, particularly if these are the customers that people are going to be seeing. You can introduce them on your social media. People buy from people. And these guys here, they're smiling. You can see all the smiles. They're taking pride in what they're doing. It looks like good teamwork. They're proud. They're wearing the company badges. You know, they look quite personable. They look like a nice, friendly team. And you feel that just from that image that you actually, yes, I probably would trust them to come in and put my windows and doors in. Okay. So what we've got to get across from our social media is really have a think about some content ideas from this. We've got to get into the psychology of not, I'm going to post content because I want to sell these products. I want to sell these services. I need to talk about these. We've really got to think about who our customers are, get into the heads of our customers. Who are they? What exactly is going to stop them scrolling on social media? How are we going to capture their attention? Okay. And it's not just sell, sell, sell on social media. Okay. I tend to say to everyone, 80% interesting content, and I'm going to show you a load of ideas in a minute for those, and then 20% sales posts, 20% about your services and your products. Okay. But 80% should be interesting information. Okay. Oh, hi, Andrea. Thanks for saying hello. Hello. Okay. So again, any questions, any insights as we're going along, please do post them in the comments. I'm happy to answer any questions. Okay. So my next slide then, I'm just going to go around and have a look at some content ideas now. And at the end, I'm going to give you a whole long list that I'm going to run through. But basically, I just wanted to share some of these. These are a couple of companies who I have worked with. One is a Skin Genius. This is a Skin Genius. They do a lot of work with your skin. They do Botox, that sort of thing. And when I started working with Skin Genius, they had never, ever posted any images of themselves on their, this is Facebook page, okay? And they won this global award. I mean, they're fantastic at what they do. They're a very, very good clinic. And they'd won this global award and they're not posted about it. So I said, right, well, I just want you to post about this, but I want to make sure you put a picture. This is Martine, who owns the clinic. Put a picture of yourself on there, okay? So anyway, she posted this post and literally you can see the comments. 160 people responded. She got 105 comments. She'd never ever had this interaction before on any of her posts, okay? So she was blown away just because she was celebrating a success and people were happy to celebrate it. Their clients coming into the clinic, that's brilliant, So again, think about celebrating those successes. This one is from Three Pugs Gin. Actually, they came along on one of the Facebook workshops, and following the workshop they've been on, that day after they posted this. So they sold gin, but this was an inspirational post that basically said, wow, turn your understairs space into a wine cupboard, a gin cupboard. Yeah, put on, and people saw that and were just like, wow, what a brilliant idea. I want that in my house. Okay. And again, you can see 255 people, 258 comments, 52 shares. They got into the heads of their customers and they thought about their customers drinking at home. What would they like to do? What would they like to showcase? It's a little bit of a wine cellar. If you haven't got a wine cellar, put it under the stairs. So again, just getting into the ideas of the customers, not talking about their products at all. They don't need to talk about their products because we've branded up here at the top. Okay. There's a couple here then that I've done. These ones are on LinkedIn. This one was a little story that I told, talking about when I went to a client's and they'd reserved me a parking spot. So they'd reserved me a parking spot, and it's notoriously difficult to get a parking spot. But not only have they reserved it, but I don't know if you can see, it's actually got my name in there. Okay, it's got my name on it. Well, I was so touched when I drove up because I thought it was going to take 20 minutes to find a parking spot that I just posted it on LinkedIn, and I just kind of said, wow, what makes a great impact on you? I've just turned up and they've reserved me a spot. I feel like a real VIP. I'm so touched. Thank you so much. And then I just finished it with a question. What makes an impact on you? Yeah. And because of that, I reached over 11, probably can't see that, but I reached over 11,000 people. Okay. Because people were like, oh, that's nice. What a nice touch. And then they commented to say, oh, yeah, I remember when I went so-and-so, I went to this place and and they treated me really well. Again, they shared their experiences. That's what we want to be doing on social media, trying to bring people in to share our experiences, tagging people in. I tagged, the person who I was meeting, Simon, at the time. I tagged him in, brought him into the conversation on my social media. Okay. Another content idea really is behind the scenes. Okay, so I was just setting up for a presentation and I just did a quick snapshot behind the scenes. This is where I'm talking, really looking forward to it. I tagged in the company, I tagged in the person who I was speaking with. And again, it reached over 3,000 people, 24 comments. Again, it's not talking about my business. It's not talking about my products. I'm just kind of doing a little diary of what I'm doing to show people what I'm like, what I do. But it also showcases that I do a lot of presentations, okay? And I asked to do a lot of presentations. So again, showcase behind the scenes what you do. Another one, here's from a client of mine. This is a pub called The Last Post in Ripponden. And again, they did my online Facebook course. And literally within 2 weeks, they absolutely transformed their Facebook. I'm not joking, it went through the roof because they changed their content. Instead of talking about the beer and what was, the sports channels, what was going to be on, what was going to be streamed from the pub, they actually started showing the staff, the people who were serving the clients, who were serving the people who were drinking in the pub. They started having fun with the post, talking about, oh, we're doing a Halloween theme, and these are all the bar staff and the bar manager. Okay. Again, this post reached over 6,000 people. They only had about, at the time, just shy of 2,000 followers. So again, it's reaching 3 times the amount of people that are actually in the pub, and they get this sort of reach time and time again. And then this one, you don't even need to have brilliant pictures on your posts. They launched the beer garden. And look, they chopped Tony's head off. It's a terrible picture. But it reached over 8,000 people, over 2,000 people engaged with this post. And probably because they chopped his head off, they clicked on the picture, and that's counted as an engagement. Okay, so you don't have to have amazing pictures. Okay, so really think about telling a story behind the scenes, what you're doing from a day-to-day perspective. This one I always put into my content because people are obsessed with getting viral posts with a high reach. Okay, this post here, I reached over 70,000 people for this post on LinkedIn. Okay, this had no business value whatsoever. I did it as a demonstration. Okay, I took 2 really popular posts on LinkedIn and I repurposed them. Yeah, repurposed them. I didn't copy them. Please don't copy them because that's copyright. But I repurposed them, wrote them in my own way, and took both elements. And basically, it's just saying, please introduce yourselves. I'd love to get to know my connections. Please tell us who you are in the comments. If you normally lurk in the shadows, be brave enough. Give this post a like. It's all about connecting. So again, I got about 1,800 likes on there, but 233 comments. It reached over 60,000 people. That post hung around on LinkedIn for about a month. Okay, I reached loads. I reached third connections. Okay, it reached really far. But you know what? I didn't get one business inquiry from that. Okay, because I'm just encouraging people to self-promote. Businesses love self-promoting, but I can tell you now, it doesn't necessarily get you any business. Okay, so if you join loads of Facebook groups, which are all just post about your business, they don't work. People are not going to go onto sites, Facebook sites, that just sell. Okay, but businesses love doing it. Okay, so think twice before you start posting content like that. So I didn't get any business inquiries from this, but this one was just a tip that I shared, a little video. Videos work really well on social media. It doesn't matter what platform you're on, video content is key. Our phones are fantastic, okay? They don't have to be perfect. As you know, my YouTube channel, it's not perfect. I'm live every week. Things go wrong. This isn't working quite as I'd like today because I couldn't see the comments when I screen shared. So again, don't worry about it. Doesn't matter. Don't need perfection these days. This was a little video. I was just showing people the exciting new feature on LinkedIn, which was creating events, creating events on LinkedIn, which was new about 12 months ago. And again, I got just over 1,000 views, 35 comments and 31 likes. I was sharing and I was adding value. Okay, I was sharing tips from my industry with potential people who would be interested. Okay, that did get me business inquiries straight to my message box. Not selling anything. I'm just showcasing that I know what I'm talking about. Again, let's move on to another one. again, just a couple of ideas. These ones are some of mine as well that have done quite well. And again, I'm not bothered about getting thousands of reach. I'm bothered about connecting with the right people. Okay. I'm not bothered about a massive reach with my content, as long as it's connecting with the right people who are potential customers. So this one here, this one was a LinkedIn workshop that I did. And everything went wrong on this LinkedIn workshop. Literally, the Wi-Fi wouldn't connect. Then when it did connect, all my delegates lost their Wi-Fi. It was a nightmare. So again, this was just a post just to say, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Thank you so much to my delegates for persevering today. It's been a nightmare. And again, I just posted that on LinkedIn. And everyone was so apologetic. You know, everyone was very, very happy, you know, to say, look, it was a great workshop. Yeah, we had a few technical problems, but these things happened. And they, you know, and they put it on there. So again, I got a few more bookings for my next workshop from that post. Again, I'm not asking people to book onto my workshop, but it's raising awareness that I run workshops. Okay. So I'm not being blatantly salesy. This one was filmed. This one I was filmed. Is creating this guy, Danny. He's creating some stories from businesses in Warrington. So again, I just talked about that. He came to our house and did a bit of filming. And I just took some pictures behind the scenes of the work that was going on. Again, it's just showcasing a bit of interesting thing that is happening, and also saying, look, yeah, no, I have been asked to be part of this documentary, which I'm very, you know, which I was really quite excited about. So again, anything interesting that's happening behind the scenes, just do a little picture and a little note and let people know. It's basically raising your profile. Okay, it's raising your business profile without blatantly selling. It's raising your profile, if I can speak, as an influencer in the field of your business. Okay, so some other ideas then. This one, I did some work with the Museum of Policing in Warrington. I did supported them. They're a charity. I did some free training with them, and again, because it was the museum, I just thought it'd be quite fun just to do a silly little picture. So again, talking about some of the charity work that I do, and working with just putting an amusing picture. And this was on LinkedIn. Okay, so you know, this was on LinkedIn, and yes, I do post this type of content on LinkedIn. The next one is a video. This was just to announce I've launched my online Facebook course. Okay, an online Facebook course that took me about 12 months to develop, where there's over 40 video tutorials taking people right from how to create a page right up to how we engage, how we manage our community, how we grow our engagement, how we grow our pages, okay, how we set it up in the right way. So again, I just went, woohoo, I've launched it. That did not take me a month like I was planning. Okay, so again, just a simple little, it's launched. It took me a lot longer than I thought it was going to take, but it's done. And again, you know, we reached over 1,000 people. Not blatantly selling, but I had a few inquiries about the course from that post. So again, be a little bit more creative. Now, a lot of the time, people are just like, ooh, but should I be putting this content on? Is it professional? Is it not professional? Again, particularly on LinkedIn, people struggle. Okay, your social media posts on LinkedIn, they just need to convey who you are. They need to be professional, but they also need to convey who you are. This next post that I've done was one I put on LinkedIn. It was a while ago now, it was a couple of years ago actually, but it was when I just started in business, and I came to, this is Trisha Peters here, I came to her networking event, and it was a Christmas themed one. There was a Christmas quiz, there was a Christmas themed networking event. So I was like, brilliant, I will get into the spirit of things, I will wear my Christmas jumper. And oh my goodness, I was the only person in the room with anything remotely Christmassy on. Everybody else was suited and booted. And I was mortified, because at this point, I didn't really know anyone in Warrington. I certainly didn't do much networking. So again, people say, oh my goodness. So I put it on LinkedIn, because I just thought it was funny. I was absolutely mortified. I could have taken the jumper off if I wanted to, but I actually left it on because that's who I am. But again, you know, I got 65 likes and 34 comments, and I got over 5,000 views. But, and there's a but to this, I got 3 business inquiries from that one post, okay? Because people saw that, you know, I've got a bit of a sense of humour. I don't take myself too seriously all of the time. And they were like, oh, okay, well, that's nice, you know, and that's my personality. If people are not interested in that, then they don't want to do business with me. That's absolutely fine. But I'm after people who will embrace me for who I am. This is my training style. I'm very informal. So therefore, you know, that post did actually attract business inquiries, which was great. So don't get too hung up on your reach. And if you don't want pictures on there, just do text only. We can't read those, they're not very easy to read, but these are a couple of posts where I've done text only posts. Okay, and again, I'm reaching over 2,000 people on LinkedIn. Now, text only posts don't work particularly well on Facebook. They do okay, to be fair. Try it, and obviously you can't do them on Instagram. But Twitter, text only posts, brilliant. LinkedIn, brilliant for text only posts. Okay, so really do have a think about what, you know, text only. We don't all want to be in front of the camera. I appreciate that. But think about what can you take behind the scenes, or just do text only. If you have got some fantastic content that you want to share, but you've not got an image, or you've got some fantastic ideas, some inspiration, a really nice story, but you've not got an image, I would suggest do text only. Don't reach for those stock photos, because sometimes stock photos can kill your post. And what I mean by stock photos is there's sites on the internet where you can get free photos. Don't reach for those necessarily. If it's a good enough story, it will carry its weight as text only. Okay, so have a think about that. So I'm now just going to give you a massive long list that I'm just going to read through before we finish. I'm going to read through in a minute a massive long list of content ideas, okay? But before we do that, I'm going to let you know, I have mentioned about my online Facebook course. If you are interested in learning a little bit more about Facebook, do visit this. To finish off then, this is my list of social media content ideas. Okay, so basically behind the scenes photos, share loads of behind the scenes photos, share tips, any tips that you've got in your industry, any tips, any insights, any knowledge. The simplest the better. It just showcases that you really do know what you're talking about and really can pitch you against your competitors. Quotes, really nice industry quotes. If you're in an industry particularly in health and well-being, quotes about, you know, health, quotes about, I don't know, marketing, quotes about technology, funny quotes, memes, things like that. Ask questions. You want to get a conversation happening under these posts, so ask questions. Post snippets from your blogs. If you've got blogs, again, I've done another video with Lucy from Common Sense where we talked about how you repurpose your blog into over 10 social media posts. So again, have a look at that. We'll take that out there. Snippets from your newsletters to articles that you've written. Just take little quotes out of there. Just, you know, if you've written it, just take a paragraph out. It can very often could be just a social media post. Any announcements, any new product announcements, any new services. Is it anyone of your staff's birthday? Is it your work anniversary? Put it on there. Business or organization news, put it on there. Anything that's happened. Have you moving premises? Are you decorating? You know, have you redone the reception area? Have you got a new phone system? Whatever, announce it on your social media. Congratulate staff and other business partners. So do congratulate staff and things like that. Any anniversary announcements, put them on there. Yeah, anything, you know, anniversary of anything that relates to your industry. Was it an anniversary of when the first stapler was produced or something like that? Anything, any anniversary that relates to your sector, put it in there. Okay, doesn't need to relate to your business necessarily. Maybe just some research. Okay, research anniversaries. Research any findings. You know, is there any great research that's come out recently? Any statistics or data I love a bit of data. Not everyone does, but any data on information, put that in there. Industry news, event updates, any event updates happening. You know, if you're running an event, just don't post once about that event. You want to be announcing the event as soon as it's been announced. Then you want to be talking about 2 weeks to go to the event, a week to go to the event. It's tomorrow. Really do repeat messages on social media. It's vitally important. New products, any services development? Have you fine-tuned everything? Have you changed anything? Put that on your social media. Okay. New products and service launches. You know, anything that's happening, is any changes happening in there, talk about it. Talk about your products' features. Okay, don't just talk about your products, talk about their features. Certain products might have specific features. My online Facebook course, the beauty about that is that literally it's done in bite-sized videos, between 3 to 12 minutes the videos are for each little implementation that you need to learn on Facebook. I've cut it down into tiny weeny little videos so that busy business people can maybe watch 1 or 2 videos a day. It'll only take them 15 minutes to implement it over a few weeks. You can implement the whole course by just doing 15 minutes a day. So talk about those unique features. Okay, infographics work really well. See all those nice diagrams with really interesting information. These work amazingly well on Pinterest. They do well on Instagram, anything very visual. People like infographics because it's a real simple visualization of a certain message, which might be quite complex that you're trying to get across. Okay, and videos work really well. Okay, so think about those. So in summary then, really think about useful information, adding value. Think about your customers. You need to think about content that will appeal to your potential customers, behind the scenes information, share personable pictures of you and your workspace. Yeah, tell your story, and really make your potential customers feel that like they know who you are before they pick up the phone. Okay, I often get people coming up to me and going, right, Bex, I've seen your videos, I've seen your website, I want to work with you, before they've even spoken to me. So it massively reduces my time by putting myself out there, by doing videos like this, because people feel like they know me already. Okay, before they even pick up the phone, they've made that decision to work with me. Okay, and for those people, you know, who don't like my videos, that's absolutely fine as well. We've not wasted any time about having a conversation and then deciding whether they want to work with me or not. Okay, we cannot appeal to everybody. So, but by doing more personable content with you and your team on there, people make a buying decision on your social media before they even pick up the phone. So I hope that's been useful. Again, if you've got any more content ideas, please do let me know and add those. I really hope that's been really useful. I will see you next week at 12:30. If you're watching on YouTube, please do give this video a like. And if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel, where I do live streams every Monday with lots of tips and advice on social media. So I will see you next week at 12:30. And don't forget your butties. See you later. Bye.